Hey everyone, this is Mike Howard here at the Area 51 Alien Factory. We are continuing and rolling on recording videos tonight. It's a Sunday night. We'll be rolling these out throughout the week. And we're back at you with another one in this video. And just ask, as always, if you guys have not subscribed yet, we would appreciate you going right down below the video there and hitting that subscribe button if you haven't not done so yet. Also, if you want to help out our channel, the best way that you can help us out here at Area 51 is to simply share these videos. We're trying to reach as many people in iRacing, especially those starting out in iRacing, to help them with driver development, with helping them build setups. We're also doing a setup shop review series. So if you guys are looking to purchase sets, you can go check out those review series about some of the setup services. I've covered 4 setup services so far. Now I'm getting ready to switch gears into what we consider setup shops. We kind of categorize them differently here at Area 51, services versus setup shops. And so we have a whole series on that for guys starting out in open racing series that don't know really how to build sets yet, or haven't got on a team that builds them yet, and you guys are just looking for something that's race ready or stable and competitive that you can use in races. So you can check out those videos. So we have all kinds of content here at Area 51. If you want to help our channel out, hit that subscribe button, share the video. It's much appreciated. And if you like everything here and you want to get notified anytime that we go live with a live stream, or anytime we put up great on-demand content like I've been talking about, hit that bell icon and you will get notified when any of that goes up. So we are heading into another video, and we talked about how in the last video where Tracy was talking about the symmetry that goes into road course setups, because we are at COTA this week. But I know a lot of guys that are just kind of bailing on COTA. I mean, like I said, they may do what I do and just download a purchase set or whatever from somewhere, and whatever feels most comfortable for me, and go out and race a couple races to get some championship points and be done. That's what happens a lot. So a lot of teams are just kind of bailing out on setup building for COTA, and they're moving straight on to Richmond. And so, and trying to get that extra week of development heading into Richmond. So we're going to, as we go for our topic, we're trying to keep one topic per video to make these under 15 to 20 minute videos that are kind of short, bite-sized videos for you guys when you're building setups, one topic at a time. And so as we cover the topic tonight, we're going to shift into looking in the garage at Richmond, because a lot of teams, a lot of you guys are just bailing on COTA as far as building sets, and you're focusing ahead of time on Richmond already. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I have the Admiral himself, Tracy Rumschlag, with us here, and I am going to turn this thing over to him as we cover the arm asymmetry setting tonight. And Tracy is going to explain what it is and where it's used and how to set it up. So Tracy, I am kicking it over to you.
All righty. Anyhow, all right. So we're at Richmond.
Hey, whoa. Where's the catchphrase here? People are expecting that now, Trace.
Oh, my word. You're right. Drop your beer, grab your gear. The Admiral's here. Sorry about that.
There we go.
I was so excited to just go right to Richmond. I caught the red eye right from COTA to Richmond. Anyways, all right. So here's what we got. With guys that don't do road courses, don't want to, and I get that, and they want to jump ahead to the oval. This place here is the short track chassis, if you've been following along with the earlier videos. And you can, take the nose weight out of it and see exactly which one you're on. Check your tire pressures. And I believe it's 28 on the left, or on the rights, if I remember right. But that's not where I want to go on this particular one. This track here, when you start getting into these short tracks, especially on this chassis, it's a little different animal. And one thing that we haven't covered, last week we covered all the rear end stuff, mostly rear end stuff that we would use on a weekly basis, not some of the other stuff that we don't fool with too much.
Yep, I just want to get the disclaimer out of the way. This, again, is the Majors Garage baseline setup. We're just using it because it's free, it's out to the public, and nobody's going to fuss about us sharing it and you guys seeing their sets. So that's our disclaimer for this video, just like it has been in the rest of the videos tonight. So go for it, Trace.
Right, and just to be, consistent, once again, we have Dallas Pataska's work, and that's great, so we stay with the same builder. Once again, people can see characteristics on what Dallas does too. So that's kind of nice, because once you know your builder, then that makes life a lot easier. Okay. So what we're going to talk about now is arm asymmetry. And let's go over what that is, and I'll give you a description. So up front, in the front of the car now, that's where we're at, ahead of the wheels, okay, up by the radiator underneath, we have what's known as the front ARB, which is anti-roll bar, but it's a whole system, okay? That's what you got to keep in mind. It's a system. It's not a set and forget. It's a tuning aid, and there's a lot you can do with it, okay? The key here is we need to set the front end level in the corners, okay? That's the kicker right there, is we need to set it level in the corners, and that's going to give you your stability. Now, you mentioned that in the opening about stable setups, okay? Now, mind you, we said stable, not the fastest, okay? If you want a qualifying set, get a qualifying set. This is a race set. This is what I do in real world and in iRacing for stable sets, okay? May not be the fastest. Like I say, there's plenty of, but hey, sometimes fast sets and slow drivers don't work together, okay? So you got to work on your driving too. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. So the top one here on the right is the diameter of the bar, okay? It goes anywhere from 1 1/4 inches in thickness to all the way up to 2.5 in thickness, okay? But what I'm interested in is the arm asymmetry. Asymmetry meaning it's not the same on both sides. And what that is, those are like links, solid links that mount to the one end of the roll bar on both sides and come back to a pickup point to the A-arm, the lower control arm. We call them the A-arms. But here's the trick. First off, let's see what iRacing has to say about it. It says more arm asymmetry, more being the higher the number. And if I remember right, I believe it goes from none. Yeah, it goes from none to max. Okay, let's call max 6. Okay, we'll put a number value to it. Right now it's set for 3. But anyhow, back to the description. So now it says more arm asymmetry equals chassis rolls more to the left while cornering. And I'll explain how that works here in a minute. It says which can help hold down the left front splitter. Okay, that's what we're trying to seal off. That's the lowest part of the front of the car. It's the splitter. So it's that left corner we're trying to keep down in the corner and increase downforce. Okay, at road courses, getting back to COTA, it says use none. Okay, so if you notice last video that dealt with the road course at the Circuit of America, there was no arm asymmetry. We don't want it because we don't want any outside influences doing anything that may not help the driver, okay? Because we're looking for symmetry there. We want the same left and right. But on an oval like this, we can use leverage, okay? And by using different lengths of the arm, right versus left, we can change how that affects the front end and helps keep that left front pinned down to the track. And here we definitely need that because on these short track chassis, we found that these chassis want to roll over a lot, okay? Not sure if it's the low tire pressures, but we don't know if it's part of the geometry.
Hey,
or the way
Trace, how about for me and all the other drivers that don't know about setups, explain what rollover is. You had to explain that to me several months ago when you said
Okay.
it's rolling over, and I'm like, what in the world is rolling over?
Yeah.
So why don't you explain that to everybody, as we go, because you just kind of touched on it, and some guys might not know what that is.
Okay. Yeah, without getting too in depth. So we try to set the chassis flat for you. And sometimes we're not able to set it flat in the garage because we just got too many G-forces that make the car want to roll to the right. Well, when it rolls to the right, that means the left side's coming up. That is not what we want, okay? And I'll show you here an example here. I'll let you into my little world. But what we want to do is we want to try to keep the left side pinned down a little bit. Okay, so we use that arm asymmetry to kind of pull it down. But like I said, on this particular one, sometimes we need a little extra help, and I'll show you that in a minute. So if you give me just a second, I'm going to switch over to my world and show you what I look at on a day-to-day basis.
You guys need to get prepared because sometimes Tracy's world is a scary place.
Thanks, Mike. So anyways, let me see if I can dig this up for you. Hang on just a second. Now, we've talked a lot about Motec. And with luck, you should have Motec.
And I tell you guys what, one of our teammates, Nurse Bobby Harmon, affectionately known as Nurse Bobby, he has a YouTube channel, and he did a video on how to install Motec and get a workbook. It was a free one out there that I think Michael Conti's team give away. And he also, I think it was combined in the same video with Stint Analyzer. He did it all in one video. I will help his channel out. He's one of our teammates. I will stick that down in the description below. And that way, if you guys don't have Motec already, he has that quick video. I think it's like 18 minutes long to get you installed and set up on Motec and Stint Analyzer. So I'll throw that down in the description below. Go ahead, Trace.
Okay. So anyways, what I'm looking at are these squiggly lines down here on the lower panel. Okay. And what I'm looking at are frame heights. We have an orange and we have a blue. One's left, one's right. The idea is in the corners, we want those to be as level as possible. That's going to give you the most amount of speed. Okay. And the other trace that we have here is the splitter. And in this particular case, I did it early. So the splitter's a little bit on the high side because we don't want to go out there and test, have the splitter hitting all day long and not pick up on it because that's just going to create a push. So what I did was I happened to jack it up a little extra high just to make sure we weren't touching. So I went out and ran some laps. Now this is what we're looking for. This is why I'm showing it to you. So if you look at the top here, we have the straightaway, turns into turn 1, turn 2. So we're interested in the middle of the corner, okay? Turn 1 and 2 here. You'll notice that the lines connect and they stay connected. Well, that's what I'm looking for. That's what it looks like in Motec, okay? So now that's with arm asymmetry. Now you have to find out what works for you. That's the key, okay? And the more level we can keep this frame through the whole entire lap, the more consistent you're going to be through the fuel run. Okay, so this is an entire lap. It starts at the starting line, goes through turn 1 and 2, down the back straightaway, turn 3 and 4, back to the start finish line. That is what I look at. This is what I look at every day. Okay, when I'm trying to do setups, this is what I'm looking at. So let me show you one that doesn't line up. All right, this would be an early test. And what we have here, get rid of that. You'll notice that the lines for the frames, now as we go down a straightaway, they're different, okay? In this particular case, if we look in my upper right-hand corner, you'll see some values here. I have blue for the left side. That's the same trace in here, okay? I have orange, which is my right front. Once again, that's the orange trace. So I tried to match them up by color. So when I show people exactly what I'm looking at, when they give me a setup, like I'm co-oping with a team and they're saying, hey, we need some help with setups, I can show them this information and they got a very good idea. Even entry level 101 people can see what I'm doing. And that's great because that helps me out trying to help a team or a teammate out, something like that. So this is what we don't want. We want to try to get it as tight as possible. Now you'll notice that this chassis is great on exit, but it's horrible going into the corner. Okay. It's actually tilted to the right, falls over. It's nice and level. And then we lose it again going down a straightaway. Okay, now the previous example, and let me go back to that, this one here, and let me clear that. You'll notice that those lines come back together quicker, okay? That's the arm asymmetry, okay? And what you're tricking it into, and I'm not trying to get into a lot of engineering and a lot of math and science and stuff like that, but what happens is it's called motion ratio. And so let's say the right side is moving an inch, depending on what the length of the arm is, but we double that size. Let's say we double that size on the left-hand side. Obviously, the longer bar is going to give us more leverage, right? For the same amount of motion, we're going to increase that motion ratio on the left side. Instead of being that 1 inch of travel only on the right, I can increase it to 2 inches on the left, or I can increase it 3 inches on the left, or I can take it down to none like we do at the road course, and it's the same on both sides. That's that symmetry we had talked about. But this is asymmetry, arm asymmetry. It's not the same. Well, what it's doing is it's applying forces to hold that left front down, okay? And that's why we use this kind of stuff. And we use it everywhere, not just short tracks. It's the same way at the intermediates. You may not need as much at, say, Charlotte or Kansas, Kentucky, anything like that. It just depends what the banking is a lot of times. Usually we find the tracks that have higher banking don't need quite as much arm asymmetry because the chassis itself is being smashed into the track. But when you get into places that are a little flatter, so we'll throw out New Hampshire, your Richmonds, IRP, Indianapolis Raceway Park, stuff like that, then I do rely more on that with a stiffer bar, trying to keep it flatter the entire part of the lap. Okay, so that's where we are. And if you look in the upper right-hand corner here of my Motec, you'll notice the frame heights. They're digital, right? Here's the number for you. There's no black art to it. So right now I'm at basically 3.5 inches on both sides in the front. That's why it lines up here, okay? Same thing in the back. I'm a little off by 1/10, give or take. It's all good. Might be a little twist in the frame, who knows? But anyways, so there's the numbers that back up the traces. And this is what I look at when I set up for you, okay? So anyways, that's Richmond. I'll cover the setup at what we go to in another video a little more. This is more based on the arm asymmetry and why we use it. And there's some other areas we can get into, but I don't really want to get too long on this particular video. I just want to throw it out there. It's another tool that we use to set up these chassis.
All right, Trace. Hey, thanks for covering this topic in this video. I hope that you guys have learned more in this video about arm asymmetry, how we're using it here at Richmond, how you can use it at Richmond, what it is, and how you can apply it in other tracks as we head through the season here in B Open and C Open. I think even A Open. Pretty much everything has this. It's an oval, oval racing has this arm asymmetry setting, and so I think this should apply to more than just the B Open series. So I hope that you guys have learned something from it. I hope you can use it and apply it on your teams as you're building your base setups. And yeah, I hope you got something from the video. We're going to do some house cleaning here as we finish up. For those of you who are still with us, thank you for sticking with us to the end. If you have not done so yet, please go down below the video, hit that subscribe button. And if you really want to help out the channel, the best thing that you can do to help us out here at Area 51 and these video series is that we do is to share this video, get it out there, share it on Facebook, share it in your Discord, share it wherever you can, because sharing the video equals direct channel growth for us and helps the channel out, and we really, really appreciate it. Also, if you want to hit that bell icon down below, that is a simple notification icon. So anytime that we go live here at Area 51 in our live streams, or anytime we post another one of these great and informative on-demand videos, you will get notified about them as soon as they're uploaded or as soon as we go live. There are 2 affiliate links down below. One is for Major's Garage, and they were just kind enough to provide us an affiliate link. So the only reason why we're mentioning them. And anything, when you click that affiliate link, any purchase, subscription purchase you make on their website, we get a small commission off your first month's purchase. And I just wanted to bring that up for disclosure, so you guys know that, just to be, full disclosure for you all. And then we were doing some of our setup shop reviews and stuff, and Jeff Maconi contacted me and said, "Hey, Mike, I like your videos, and I like what you guys are doing with, helping people out and doing driver development and everything. Hey, let me give you a promo code for 10% off for your subscribers. We'd like to just give them 10% off. They come to our shop." And I said, "Hey, no problem." And so he gave me the promo code Area 51 all together, no spaces. You type that in at checkout when you're at Maconi Setup Shop, and anything that you purchase, single setup purchase, anything that's not a subscription there, you should get 10% off using that promo code. And if you are a setup shop yourself, or anybody else, maybe you sell equipment or racing gear, or you sell setups, whatever, and you would like to help out our subscribers and our viewers here at Area 51, you don't have to give us a thing. We don't need any kind of a commission or affiliate link. I mean, if you want to do that too, that's fine, but we don't necessarily need one. But if you want to help out our viewers and get them a slight discount, go ahead and set us up a promo code, hit me up, and I will make sure to mention it in our videos and put a link down in the description below. So, hey, we are going to sign out for this video. This is Mike Howerton, as Tracy calls me, Mr. Excitement. And for the Admiral, Tracy Rumschlag, we are so glad to have you guys here as viewers. And as always, we will see you in the next one.